Hi, hello, and welcome back to F1 Challenge Career Mode. My name is Mephisto, and today we're heading off to the United States for round 15 of the 2003 Formula 1 season. Let's get started.
Located in Indiana, the awesome Indianapolis circuit combines the start-finish straight from the infamous 2.5-mile oval with an incredible selection of slow, medium, and fast-sweeping corners custom-built for Formula 1.
Here we are in qualifying, and it is raining like mad. Obviously, times will be slower because of it, and that is a 127.237. That is quite slow. I wish I could have another go at it and improve on it, but oh well.
Hello there. Welcome to the United States of America. The weather, as so often is the case here, is just wonderful. Coulthard first. Montoya second. Schumacher third. Raikkonen fourth. Alonso consistently outpaced his championship rival. He starts fifth. Heidfeld sixth. Ralf Schumacher seventh. Ralf Furman eighth. Cristiano D'Amata was consistently faster than his teammate. He starts ninth. Button 10th. Heinz-Harald Frentzen 11th. Rubens Barrichello 12th. Verstappen 13th. Justin Wilson 14th. Antonio Pizzonia 15th. Fisichella 16th. The Toyota driver 17th. Villeneuve 18th. Trulli 19th. Webber 20th.
And here we are on the grid for the start of the 2003 United States Grand Prix. Amazingly enough, we're not starting from the very back. Two people were slower than me in quali, and Webber got disqualified. And that was a pretty bad start on my end. Better than Frentzen though, who is stuck on the grid. As we now rush into turn 1 for the first time. I get passed by Villeneuve and Trulli and Webber as well. I might have been overly cautious coming into turn 1, but better to be cautious and avoid a trip to the pit than to be aggressive and end up losing an end plate or worse, an entire wing. But now here is a replay of the start. We break away from the grid quite well actually, except for Frentzen Sauber. This is the third race in a row I believe in which we had a Sauber stuck on the grid. Quite interesting. As we now come into turn 1, I need to start fighting back. And we're now on board with Nick Heidfeld, who gets a very good start as opposed to Raikkonen. And there's a bit of contact. That happens a lot to Raikkonen, doesn't it? And now we have Jacques Villeneuve with Trulli behind. They both get around me. Then Villeneuve tries to overtake the car in front of him, I believe, unaware that Trulli is right beside him. While we were watching that, I managed to overtake Webber, so I'm now in 18th, and I've got my eyes on Villeneuve now, as we come around to finish lap 1 of this United States Grand Prix. I'm getting ever closer to Villeneuve, and I think I might just do it. Yup, we're now up in 17th, and I overtake Trulli and Fisichella as well, but I kind of cut the track there so I gave back those positions. Lap 4 and I'm having a look at Fisichella. We come into the left-hander, get a bit closer now through the right-hander. A little bit cheeky there, but we're through. And I get a decent exit out of that corner, good enough to overtake Trulli as well in fact. So we're now in 15th. Lap 9 and I managed to close in on the minorities of Wilson and Verstappen. And I think I got a bit over eager to overtake them. Went wide, touched the grass and spun. Yeah, I think I lost my patience and just wanted to get around those two as soon as possible. Unfortunately, that ended with me at the bottom of the field again. Lap 10 and I'm having a look at Jarno Trulli. We're side by side and I managed to overtake him on the outside. Lap 12 and I'm now having a look at Mark Webber, outbreak him into turn 1 and we're now in P16. Lap 13 and I'm lining up Villeneuve for a pass. So that's P15. And I'm having a look at Fisichella now, racing wheel to wheel. However, he gets the inside line through turn 2 and he gets away. This is still lap 14 and I'm having another look at Fisichella. I lunge forward, almost go off the track there, but we're through. We are now on lap 17 and I touch the curb on turn 1, sending me sideways and slowing me down. So now Fisichella gets back in front of me, so I need to push a little bit harder. Lap 17 and I'm having another look at Fisichella. A bit of an adventurous move there, slightest mistake and I could have ended in the wall there, ending my race. This is lap 18, Fisichella passes me on the inside, but I don't want to give up my position that easily. However, I touch the rear of Fisichella's Jordan and I lose control of my car. At the end of lap 18, I had to come in for fuel and tires. So let's see how the stuff goes. But this hasn't been a particularly good race. We are at the halfway point of the race and I'm still struggling at the back of the field. I'm afraid the track just doesn't suit the car very well. That doesn't stop me from trying, but I don't expect to do anything big this race. I wish I could break into the top 10, however I don't think that's possible today. Anyway, let's see what happens from here. We are still on the outlap, and I've been informed of an incident on the track, so let's have a look. And here is Mark Webber in his Jaguar, being chased by his teammate, and as they come out of the left-hander and rush towards the next corner, Webber stops his car right on the racing line. Something tells me that will cause some problems. And that was Mark Webber's Jaguar. At least we got a free spot. Coming around to finish lap 19 and start lap 20, I was informed of an incident in the area where Webber's car broke down. Told you, this is Kimi Raikkonen with Heidfeld behind him. They come through the left-hander, and Raikkonen lines himself up perfectly to crash into the Jaguar. So that's the end of the race for the Finn, as everyone tries to get around the wreckage. And here comes Fernando Alonso who crashes into the Jaguar as well, of course, and I was hoping that that was the end of it, but no. Someone else had to get involved in the crash. We are now following Jos Verstappen, coming around the left-hander and just like Raikkonen, lines himself up to crash into the Jaguar. So that's the end of the race for the Dutchman as well. Well, at least I got 2 more free spots, so I'm not going to complain about it too much. Lap 24 and Michael Schumacher is coming around to lap me. Make sure I give him enough room. We don't want to end up in a similar situation as in Hungary. And we're now coming around to finish the race, 1 lap down. We are in 15th, but of course that's mostly due to the retirement we had. Not a very good race here today, but to be honest I wasn't expecting anything big. Indianapolis is not among my strong circuits. It never was and probably never will be. I'd much rather prefer Watkins Glen, to be honest. But Formula 1 hasn't been there in ages. Anyway, with this result we drop out of contention, so all we can do now is try and stay in the top 5. So we'll see how that goes in Japan at the final round next time. I really hope I can end the season with at least a couple more points on the board. Speaking of which, let's see the standings.
Well, that's the end of another great United States Grand Prix. Here are the final results. Coulthard first. Juan Pablo Montoya second. Schumacher third. Schumacher fourth. Ralph Furman fifth. Nick Heidfeld sixth. The Toyota driver 15th. With the results confirmed, it's high time we updated the Drivers' Championship.
Michael Schumacher and David Coulthard are tied in first place with 74 points. Montoya is second with 60 points. Alonso third with 59 points. We are in fourth with 54 points. Raikkonen is fifth with 43 points. Teammate Damata is sixth with 36 points. In seventh we have Ralf Schumacher with 29 points. Nick Heidfeld is eighth with 25 points. Furman is ninth with 22 points. Villeneuve 10th with 20 points. Button 11th with 17 points. In 12th we have Justin Wilson with 14 points. Mark Webber is 13th with 12 points. Giancarlo Fisichella is 14th with 10 points. 15th is Verstappen with 7 points. Frentzen and Pizzonia share 16th with 5 points. Barrichello is 17th with 3 points. And Trulli 18th with 1 point.
McLaren increase their lead at the top of the Constructors' Championship. Toyota are second, whilst third place is held by Williams.
McLaren lead the Constructors' Championship with 117 points, and with that, they actually won the Constructors' title. Our team is second with 90 points, Williams are third with 89 points, Ferrari are fourth with 77 points, Renault fifth with 60 points, in sixth we have BAR with 37 points, Jordan are seventh with 32 points, Sauber eighth with 30 points, ninth are Minardi with 21 points, and Jaguar 10th with 17 points. So that was the United States Grand Prix. A very poor performance on my part, but as I said during the pit stop, the car and the track didn't seem to go well together, and that is why I was struggling so much. Anyway, the Constructors' Championship has been decided, so all that's left is the Drivers' Championship, which will go to either Schumacher or Coulthard, I reckon. And we'll also find out whether or not I'll be able to stay within the top 5 in the next race. Anyway, until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to vote for next season's team, link in the description, and as always, stay sharp.